Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to make this sliding picture animation thing you see on the screen right now, and you can change the pictures on the edit page. We'll go ahead and start out on the edit page. Go to media pool, right click, new fusion comp. You can name it if you want, but you don't have to. And we're going to put it on 10 seconds. It's easier for me just to stretch it out. The pictures I'm using are 1080 by 1920 vertical resolution. They don't have to be that. They can be 4K or 720 by 1280, as long as it's in that kind of format. Get a background. Turn the alpha all the way down. We can go to one viewer for this. When you bring your pictures in, you want to use a loader node, or you won't be able to change them out on the edit page, because we are going to do a macro at the end here. Plus, if you bring them from the media pool, they'll only work in this project. If you open them in another one, they're not going to work. But you don't want to move the media or rename it. I do have a tutorial on how to bundle media with the macro. I'll try to remember to leave that in the description below, and I'll put a card in the top right corner. Again, click away right here, shift space, and loader. And we're going to pick our first picture, merge it into the background. It'll make a merge. Select the loader node, shift space, and resize. And then make sure you select the auto resolution. Then select the loader node again. Get a rectangle. Right click on the width, expression. Grab the pick whip from the plus sign. Take it over the height and let go. And then right click on the center. Modify width. Vector result. Then go to the modifier up here. Then right click on the distance. Modify width. Anim curves. On the scale, go minus 15. On a time offset, go 0.1. It should start to move around 30 frames. I am on a 30 FPS frame rate. You may have to adjust accordingly. I have this set up to start moving at 1 second, which is 30 frames. And to be completely swiped across at 50, so that'll be 20 frames for the animation. Then highlight all three of these. Right click, copy, click away, and paste. Merge it into the background. By the way, I have to use this on-screen keyboard because I'm paralyzed. I can't use my hands and arms. That's why it's up there on the screen. Now select the loader node. Now we'll change the picture. Go to the inspector, select browse. Now pick picture B. And select the rectangle. Go to the modifier. Double click on the anim curves. Rotate the time offset till it's back right to the left edge. Advance your playhead to 100. Again, you may have to adjust accordingly. Then we'll rotate this until it's even with the left edge. Highlight these three, right click, copy, click away, right click, and paste. Again, we'll change the picture. Then select the rectangle. Advance 50 more frames to 150. Then go to the modifier. Double click on the anim curves. Again, rotate the time offset until it's even with the left edge. Highlight all three of these. I don't have to keep repeating that by now, I don't think. And we'll change the picture. When you name your pictures, don't use numbers. Sometimes They'll be corrupted when you try to use them. Always use letters. But advance 50 more frames, 200. Go to the modifier. Double click the atom curve. Rotate the time offset back. And we'll change the picture again. These are just the default pictures is all. Select the rectangle. Advance 50 more frames to 250. Or whatever you have to adjust to. Go to the modifier. Atom curve. And rotate the time offset again until it's even on the left edge. Now just highlight these two. Copy. And paste. And we'll change the picture. I'll give it a play, make sure it's good before we make the macro. And the longer you stretch it, the slower it'll move. I'll demonstrate that after we're done making the macro. Now we'll go back to Fusion. Click away right about here. Hold the control button down. Select these in the order that I do. Hit A on the keyboard. Keep the control button down. Deselect the media out. Right click on any one of the other nodes. Macro. Create macro. Give it a name. Go to File. Save as group. It takes you to macros. Go to Fusion instead. Templates. Edit. Titles. Here is where you're going to want to make your folder. Save your preset in. Remember, don't name it exactly the same as the preset or Resolve won't recognize it. Go back to edit page. We'll find it. If you can't find it, you may have to restart Resolve. Now it's made to be a minimum of about 10 seconds. If you go shorter, it'll just run too faster. And if you want to change the picture, click on it. Select the browse. In fact, I'm going to show you. I'm going to put a much smaller image in there. 500 by 888. And it'll automatically resize. As long as it's in that type of format, it'll work. And here's the 4K. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.